ladies and mostly gentlemen, today we're going to talk about Death Knights and Runeforging and everything that's coming for them in Shadowlands. But before we get into all of that, I just want to thank the sponsor of this video, and that is my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/MrJM. We're streaming the Shadowlands Alpha every single day, so if you want to check me out on stream, twitch.tv/MrJM. Right, so when the first build of the alpha did actually come out, there was some data mined info on brand new Runeforging. If you don't know what Runeforging is, essentially it's like a Death Knight specific ability which enchants your weapons with various powers. And when it launched in Wrath of the Lich King, it was pretty cool, and these days it's just like kind of bare bones. But in Shadowlands, it looks like they're taking another look at it and adding a few new Runeforges. So we're going to take a look at them in this video, and full disclosure, I'm not a DK main. I don't know a ton about Death Knights. I have a 110, but yeah, this is kind of out of my pay grade here. So I'm just going to tell you about the runes, and yeah, that's pretty much all we can do. Unfortunately, right now, none of the new runes have brand new appearances. Obviously, that's going to come in a later build, but as of right now, they just kind of have this default glowy effect, which just looks a bit crap, honestly. So that's coming soon, hopefully in a later build. So let's take a look at these brand new ones. The three that were there previously are not having any changes. As of right now, they're exactly the same as they are in retail. Don't know if that'll stay, but as of right now, they are exactly the same. So we have our first one right here called Rune of Hysteria, and it says affixes your rune weapon with a rune that increases your maximum runic power by 20, and your attacks have a chance to increase your runic power generated by 20% for 8 seconds. So yeah, that sounds pretty good. A little bit more runic power and runic power generation. Not too bad at all. So the next one is called Runes of Sangranation. So it says affixes your rune weapon with a rune that causes your death strike deals increased damage based on your target's missing health. When you fall below 35% health, you heal for 48% of your maximum health over 8 seconds. Pretty random number, 48%. Also, the grammar seems a little bit off here. It says that causes your death strike deals. I don't know, that seems a little bit off. Maybe I'm being stupid, but that seems a little bit strange to me. So that's Rune of Sangranation. Next one is Rune of Spell Warding. So it says affixes your rune weapon with a rune that deflects 3% of all spell damage and has a chance to create a shield that absorbs magic damage equal to 10% of your maximum health. When an enemy damages your shield, their cast speed is reduced by 10% for 6 seconds. So pretty good. From the outside looking in, that sounds quite good for like PvP potentially, but yeah, pretty cool. That's Rune of Spell Warding. So next up is Rune of Apocalypse, and it says affixes your rune weapon with a rune that gives your ghoul's attacks a chance to apply one of the following debuffs to the target: Death, Healing Reduction, War, increased damage taken by the Death Knight, Famine, reduces damage taken by the Death Knight, Pestilence, slows your target and deals damage over time. So actually pretty nuts. Rune of Apocalypse. There's a lot of different bits and pieces on there. So essentially it's just kind of a debuff that your ghoul gives off, the ghoul being now baseline for all Death Knight specs, which is pretty cool to see. And yeah, pretty nice. A little addition to the ghoul there. So as I said, Rune of the Fallen Crusader and Rune of Stoneskin, exactly the same. And finally, we have Rune of Unending Thirst. So it says affixes your rune weapon with a rune that grants 10% haste and movement speed and heals you for 5% of your maximum health when you kill an enemy that yields experience or honor. Additionally, increases your movement speed while dead by 10%. Pretty cool. I mean, essentially that sounds like Victory Rush for warriors, but obviously for Death Knights. And increased movement speed while dead sounds pretty cool. Imagine if you're like a Night Elf, you'd be pretty darn speedy getting back to your body. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. That is the brand new runes as of this alpha build. Potentially you might have some more coming in, or they might make some adjustments. As of right now, this is the runes that they've added to the Death Knight Runeforging ability, which is pretty cool. It is nice to see them kind of bringing the system back, because as I said, as of BFA, it's a little bit bare bones, and I don't know, it's not as good as it used to be. So guys, do let me know down below what you think of these additions. Which one do you think is going to be way too overpowered and needs nerfing, and which one do you think is a little bit rubbish? And before I go, I'd like to give a massive shout out to my amazing patrons, YouTube channel members, and Twitch subs. You guys are awesome. If you'd like to support the channel in any of those ways, links are down below. So leave a like on this video, guys, if you liked it, and subscribe if you haven't. We've also got a partner Discord channel with over 3,000 members, and I'm now streaming on twitch.tv/MrJM. As we said, we're streaming the Shadowlands Alpha every single day. They've got a ton of new content out there that just dropped Torghast last night, so we're going to be streaming that as soon as possible. So if you want to check me out, twitch.tv/MrJM. And with that, guys, I'll see you next time.